If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. All right, guys, we've got electronics. So I figure what we need to do at this point, let me turn this soldering iron off. That'd be step one. I think I mentioned in a previous vid that that soldering iron was like $4 at Harbor Freight. So yeah. So if you're curious about it, the quality and whatnot, yeah, let's just say it's probably not the best soldering iron on the planet. That said, though, it does the job. However, it does not have an on-off switch. So that's of interest, you know. Oh, here comes the puppy now. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hi, Poppy. How's it going, man?
I think you sound just like Dutch.
I don't see what the problem about that is.
Well, I don't know, guy. Everybody's got issues, I guess. Yeah, old Dutch, man. Oh, Dutchy Dutch. Alright. Well, there's two schools of thought on how you do this. One school of thought is you put the flathead screwdriver through the circle end, and you kind of pry up over this bad boy. And you kind of angle this down like this. It's really a two-hand job for me, but I don't want that other end flying out, so let me just be kind of cautious about what I'm doing. This is why I don't do it this way. It does not, this is not my preferred way of doing it, clearly. What I do, alright, to each his own and all that, this is the way I do it, guys. Now I could loosen those screws and get that a little bit, but I always loop it, and then I take my needle nose pliers, and I do this deal right here. And you kind of got to be careful because that will, it may not seat all the way. And if it doesn't seat all the way, that's a bad day, man. If that spring should sprung, as it were. All right. So I'm looping it up first. Loop it. So I try to grab it with about it, the least amount of grabbing a hold of that handle as I can, so that it can go down into that hole. Put in the comments, guys, how do you do this, man? That's how I do it. Alright, so we got foam on the bottom, we got foam in the springs. If I hear a ping playing this guitar now, man, I don't know, it'd have to be the ghost of Mr. Chicken or something in there, because this is all copacetic-like, Jack. The ghost of Mr. Chicken, man, where did that come from? Anybody know that? The ghost of Mr. Chicken? Who's that, Don Knotts, man? Oh, man. What kind of old man reference is that? It's alright, guys. Demographically. Oh, man. Guys, was nobody going to tell me I need to put this one over there? It doesn't matter. It ain't, those springs ain't doing nothing. However, for uniformity's sake, allow me to, yeah, see, that's the problem. That's what happens when you don't grab it copacetic like. So allow me to try this again. There we go. Alright, I feel better about that. Now, come on, helping hands. Don't be so helpful. Don't be so grabby. She is pretty much decked out. But if she wasn't decked out before, she's about to be super decked out. Jack. Alright. I can live with that, Jack. Alright, guys. So, the other point of interest of this is that I'm going to swap out these short saddle screws. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I should. Maybe I'll fast forward this, maybe I won't. Yeah, so we had the stretch project. I really have appreciated the comments on that guitar. I think what I should probably do is do some kind of like, not really finale, but what I want to do is there we go. I want to do them one at a time like that, thinking that, I mean, I can always adjust the saddle height. And if I get to talking and lose my place, that's what I'll do. But I figure, you know, if I do it like this, you know, let one of them set the height. And then let the other one, there you go. Something like that. But yeah, stretch, that's what we were talking about. So I'm not gonna make a finale, so to speak, but I did think about making a follow-up vid. I just talked about whether or not that kit was worth purchasing. And I think, you know, those of you who hang on the channel probably know my heart about it already, but clearly, all right, you got a kit that's $149 on the Zon, okay? And that kit comes with a bag, and it comes with an amp, and it comes with a capo, and it comes with extra strings, and it comes with, did it come with a guitar cord? I don't remember if there was a guitar cord in there or not. I think maybe there was. It came with a strap, right? It came with a gig bag. If I didn't say gig bag already, I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, which is, I should probably just do this and talk later, but it wouldn't be my style, would it? It's a good shot of the back of my head, huh? Yeah, this kind of, doing it like this takes a little bit longer, but I don't know. Maybe I won't have as much height adjustment to do later. I don't think there's really going to be a lot of extra setup work to this. The neck was good. I didn't have to shim this situation, so that's of interest, you know. So we should just be able to reassemble this guitar and spend a little bit of time setting it up and get right on into jamming. But, and I'm not going to put, like, as far as I know, I don't have plans to put like 20 minutes of me playing this guitar. I don't know, guys. Maybe put in the comments the tone sample kind of stuff that I do on the vids. Is that helpful to you? Is it not helpful? You know, I always try to give a variety of tones you know, even stuff, you know, styles of music that I don't, you know, play a whole lot. In my gigging context, you know, there's not a whole lot of separate ways and living after midnight and even 38 special, you know. Don't really play those at the Joyful Noise gig, you know. But I do try to change it up a little bit, and you know, since Oob gave me the different amps on the J rig, he set that up for me. He asked me what kind of amps I wanted, and I told him, and he gave them to me. And so some of those, when I learn a little bit more about Element and the way it works, I might adjust some of those, but so I just typically cycle through the amps and, you know, man, do no effects and then do some reverb and delay and some stuff like that. But well, that's of interest. Maybe I didn't get this one in there. There we go. Well, seems like I'm a little bit. Yeah, I guess I got to talking and wasn't watching what I was doing on those guys, so we'll have to. Yeah, we'll look at it when we set it up. It's all to the good, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that every video where I offer tone samples, it needs to be 20 minutes, and I don't know if the fact that it's the same song is, you know, troubling or, you know, it's not. Anyway, when I do tone samples, I'm not. The spirit of the tone samples is not, hey, look at how great a guitar player I am, because hello, and two, you know, I'm not trying to show off my prowess, man. I am seriously trying to give you a smattering of tones. A smattering. Ooh, that's a nice word. Yeah, you're so smart. Oh, come on, man. Anyway. But I do want to give just, you know, a little bit of a variety of the different, you know, I say it, I think, just before every tone sample portion of the vid. You know, I'm just going to offer tone samples, you know. It's not a performance. It's not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I do stress about a little bit when I make those kind of vids, you know. Not because I need you to think I'm better than I am, because there's no need for you to think that, because it is what it is. But I know that it's distracting. You know, if the guitar is out of tune and I'm playing it and it's out of tune, it's just distracting. And if, you know, so that's been my whole effort lately, to try to get my game up a little bit on the channel. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to remove distractions, you know. So, and you know, I've had a lot of people in the short time I've been doing this, you know, make suggestions about things that I do that are distracting from what we're doing. And some of those things is just me being me, and I'm never probably going to stop or change anything that I do. And I'm not stopping or changing anything that I do to impress anybody. But if I'm doing something that defeats the purpose of what I'm doing, then I certainly want to be aware of that. All right, this one is still uneven. But tell you what we're going to do. We're going to leave it. And when I put the strings on and set this guitar, I said we were going to leave it. Put the screwdriver down, Ted. Put it down. Put it down. Oh, there you go. All right, guys. That's going to be good enough. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put the guitar back together, and I'll see if this guitar is the dream that I remember it being, my friends, or not. And I'm going to normal this up. I'm going to start by putting on this trim cover. Then we'll put it together. We'll see what's up. All right, guys, stick around.
If it's a day called today, come rain, sleet, or snow, we're talking guitars and life jack. Get your popcorn, a Diet Coke, and come on to the show. Let's go! TED Talks, Guitars and Life. TED Talks, Guitars and Life. TED Talks, Guitars and Life. What's the point? It's Tuesday night. Ted's talking guitars and life. If it's a day called today, another guitar, some stories, and a video. Lots of cool folks are gathering in the comment section. Get your beverage, your favorite snack, and come on to the show. Let's go! Come on, Jack! Get up and get down! Let's get into it!
Well, alright, my friends, we've got one Partscaster guitar, copacetically swapped out electronics. We got the single coils in it, and I love a Strat with some single coils, Jack. I ain't gonna lie about it, my friends. I'm not gonna lie about it. So we did copacetically rewire our electronics. We did swap out the long saddle set screws for shorter set screws. And yeah, man, we did install our pure tone output jack. And we did put the guitar back together, and we have set it up. She did not fight me at all, Jack. Yeah, man, she's a sweet ride, baby. Yeah, guys, well, man, I think that's gonna do it for this vid. I have finally got my Strat, one of my favorite Strats in the shop right now, single coiled up, Jack, and she sounds pretty good. I can't wait to get over there and play with this guitar for a while, Jack. That is for sure the truth, guys, but that's going to do it for this one. We may come back and revisit the Partscaster down the road, but there she is in all her glory, dings, dents, jack-ups, and all, friends. Oh, I just see, man, where I was trebling that pick guard and hit a little bit of that neck pocket, baby. Oh, guys, the joys of doing your own guitar work, man. But I tell you what, there's not a dent, scratch, ding, jack up on this guitar that I didn't cause, my friends. And when I pick this guitar up and play it, oh, baby, that's my guitar, Jack. I did all that to it, and I'm proud of it. And the way she plays, man, I ain't mad at it. Man, the strings perfectly aligned with those magnets. Life is good. Ain't got no set screws sticking up. Woo, Jack. Yeah, guys, did a good job, man. Y'all do good work, man. Have I told you that lately? Yeah, guys. Well, man, listen, here's what I would say, man. If a guitar sounds good to your old rock and roll ears, if it feels good in your hands, baby, and if when you see that guitar you want to pick it up and play it, man, that's a sweet guitar, man. Don't let anybody rent any space in your head about brand names and cost and all those kind of factors, Jack. You do you, man. You play the guitar you want to play. You know what the best guitar on the planet is? Lean in real close. Let me holler at you. The best guitar on the planet is the guitar you play, Jack. Yeah, man. Everything else is nonsense. Man, special shout out again to the Jacks, our channel members, and for all of you for hanging out, talking about a little bit guitars, and life. Man, you guys are the best. As always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, man, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your best selves, everybody. Catch you down the road.